Rafael! Bulalas ni Alexa nang makita ito sa labas ng guest room na gamit niya. He stood there in his borrowed pajamas, looking unsure of himself like a child. She wanted to hug him and laugh at the same time. I hope I didn't... Were you sleeping? Of course you're not. I'm sorry. Pumihit ito. Rafael! Tawag niya rito at napapasunod. Tumigil ito sa gitna ng hallway. May kailangan ka ba? Tanong niya. Nakita niya ang pag-angat at pagbaba ng mga balikat nito sa pagbuntong hininga. I don't know what I need. I just don't want to be alone. Humarap ito sa kanya. Isa na yun, pag-amin nito. Except, hindi ko alam ang gagawin ko kapag magkasama tayo na tayong dalawa lamang sa isang kwarto. I mean, I know what I'd be bound to do. I don't want to compromise you that way. Lumukso ang kanyang puso pagkatapos ay bumilis. She felt joy creeping up her body, blowing to her face. She blushed not because she was embarrassed, but because she was pleased. Humakbang siya palapit dito. Inabot niya ang kamay nito. Hinawakan niyon at hinila. Hindi ito lumaban. She thought she felt him tremble as he stepped closer to her. Where was that man who told me that we're both adults and it was okay to flirt? Was that just the other night? Pabirong tanong niya rito. He was so close she could feel his breath on her face. It made her feel warm all over. The problem is, I don't have flirting in mind, Alexa. Parang offended itong sabi. Alexa, the problem is I really don't believe in flirting. I never did. I don't do affairs too. Napatitig siya rito. Lalo na kung ikaw ang involved. Noon pa mang high school, ikaw na ang babae sa mga panaginip ko. I felt then that I can't ever be worthy of a perfect girl like you. I realized na lahat na nagpapatagumpayan ko, nagawa ko kasi gusto kong maging sapat para sa'yo. And then your life in my life again, and we kissed. And I pretended that I flirted kasi natakot ako mawala ka na naman. Natakot akong iwasan mo ako. Gaya ng ginawa mo nun? Naninising sabi niya dito. Umangat ang kamay nito at hinaplos ang kanyang pisngi. Iniwasan kita pero hindi ka tumigil kahit kailan sa buong panahong iyon na maging laging una sa isip ko. Pamantayan sa lahat ng mga babaeng nakikilala ko at laging laman ng mga panaginip ko. I've loved you in my thoughts, and since that last night, I could not stop myself imagining making sweet, passionate love with you. Is that what you want to hear? Yes. Bulong niya dahil kanina pa siyang natunaw sa yakap nito bilang epekto ng mga sinabi nito. There's always a marriage bed thrown in there. You see? Ganon kaseryoso at kadelikado ang mga panaginip ko tungkol sa ever since. Gulat siyang napatingala rito, hindi nakaimik. For confessions, it was way over. Too much. Marriage bed? Ever since high school? Jesus Christ, no wonder she got scared. This was a declaration someone like Rafael would make. Only someone like Rafael would do. God, I know I didn't want to see that on your face. What? I know you don't want me. Sabi nito habang bumibitiw sa kanyang hawak. Who said? Your face. My face talked it. And it said what? Sarkastikong tanong niya. Alexa, namaywang siya. Rafael, how many women have you been since high school? Napakurap ito. A few. Did you ever try talking about marriage before taking them to bed? Nagmukha itong asiwa. Never. It was a good answer. Did you ever act as if that's what you wanted before taking them to bed? No. Nangingiting sabi nito. Naunawaan agad niya siya rito. Not really. What made you think I'm different from those women? I never understood women, lalo na ikaw. Why talk about marriage when you didn't even know you'd want me afterwards? Exasperated na tanong niya. What was it with men? Why were you so stubborn? Alexa, I wanted you since I was 10. Napamaang sabi niya. He was the one who was blushing this time. I wanted to marry you when I was 10. Nagsabi ako kay Daddy. I wanted him to help me, pero pinagtawanan nila ako ni Mommy. I never talked about it ever since. Gusto rin niyang tumawa, but she didn't dare. Okay, how about if we approach this the adult way and we don't talk about marriage until we're sure? I said, I am sure. Git nito. Rafael, why can't you be a man first and thinking Bernanic later? Sandaling katahimikan na nagdaan habang nilalabanan nito ang kanyang nagre-rebelding titig. The next second, they were pulling each other. Then their lips met in hot, passionate, and deep kiss. Soon, kissing was not enough. He lifted her in his arms and carried her inside the open door of her room, kicking the door closed behind them. Dinala siya nito sa kama. Inihaga siya nito sa gitna niyon, saka isinubsob ang mukha nito sa kanyang leeg. Then he trailed kiss down her heaving bosom, his hands gently caressing some parts of her body, making the other parts still untouched scream from him. You smell so good. Iniangat nito ang ulo at muli siyang siniil ng halik sa mga labi. She kissed him back as if she was drinking her fill of ever delicious wine. Umungol siya. Napaangat ang ulo nito. What? Nag-aalalang tanong nito. Hinawakan niya ang leg nito, and as she drew him back to her, she smiled. I missed your kiss. I missed so much. Nakangiti ito ng maluwag. Ang mga matay nakatitig sa kanya gaya nung high school na parang siya ang pinakamagandang babae sa lahat ng lupa. Yumuko ito at pinagbigyan siya. Hinalikan siya nito ng matagal at mainit, giving her all this she wanted, which was all of him. And as she had said, he started making love to her body, to her soul, making her think of sleeping with him at night and waking up with him in the morning, every day, forever. It was like his version of marriage bed, but she pushed that away. She was still thinking those thoughts a full hour later as they tiredly clung to each other, sleepy and complete. Nagising si Alex sa kinabukasan dahil sa nakakakiliting mga halik na dumadapos sa kanyang hubad na katawan. The blanket was thrown away and Rafael was starting to make love to her again. Napahawak siya at napasabunot sa buhok nito habang bumababa ang labi nito sa kanyang katawan. Her good morning were 2 words replete with rapture. Pagkatapos niyon, wala nang lumabas sa kanyang mga labi kundi mga ungol. They were both smiling when he collapsed on top of her a bit later. They were both sweaty and very, very satisfied. Tumawa siya, nakangiti ngunit nagtataka na pinagbasda ng kanyang mukha. Masuyo niya itong tiningnan. Good morning, sabi nito. Good morning, nahihiyang tugon niya. Yumuko ito at hinalikan siya ng matagal. Tinugon niya iyon. She knew she was ripe for another bout of his kind of lovemaking, but when they both heard the noise of a car outside and the noise of the electronic gates opening, pareho silang napalingon sa bintana. Who could that be? Tanong nito. Black Bureau, sagot niya. Nagkatinginan sila. Parehong aware na nagsisimula na ang araw at balik na sila sa realidad. Napalunok siya. Humigpit ang pagkahayakap ng kamay nito sa kanya. You know I love you, right? Impulsive na sambit nito. She knew it was an impulsive declaration. Unfortunately, every impulsive words coming out of his man's mouth was also the truth. Kasabay ng kagustuhang umungol ay ang pag-iinit ng kanyang mga mata. Humaplos ang kamay nito sa pisngi niya na parang nag-aalala. It doesn't matter if you don't answer right away. I don't care. Just don't turn away from me. I can wait. Hinalikan siya nitong muli tila insecure. Malalim iyon at madamdamin. Nang umurong ito, he looked at her as if he was scared. Niyakap niya ito ng mahigpit. Then she moved until she was above him, and she kissed him back as passionately as she could. Nang iangat niya ang kanyang ulo, ikinulong niya ang mukha nito sa kanyang mga kamay. I love you, sambit niya. Napangiti siya. It wasn't so hard after all. I love you, ulit niya. I don't want to hurt you, Rafael, pero mas takot akong baka saktan na naman natin ang isa't isa. No one had hurt me the way I'd hurt after I'd hurt you, and you turned away from me all those years ago. I don't want to lose you again, or to miss you again. I don't know if I could bear it if you leave me again. That must be love, right? That must be it. Nakangiti na ito na pinagmamasdan pa rin siya na nagsasalita. I'm not going to leave you. I won't do that again. I promise. Thank you, sambit niya. Iyon lang ang nasa isip niyang sabihin. Hinuli nito ang kanyang mukha at mariin siya nitong hinalikan habang naririnig nila ang pagbukas at pagsara ng mga pinto ng dumating na sasakyan sa baba ng bahay. Nakalatag sa mahabang table sa nagsisilbing library sa bahay na iyon ang mga larawan ng mga taong suspect at involved sa kaso ni Rafael kasama ang mga dyaryo nagbalitang patay na ang negosyante at scientist na namatay ito sa tama ng bala ng mga bumaril dito na nagdaang gabi sa restaurant kung saan ito nagdi-dinner kasamang isang babae. Mean has fully recovered. Don't worry about her. Nag-aalala siya sa'yo dahil bago ang lahat ng ito sa'yo, but I told her you're handling things fine. Sabi ni Roar kay Rafael nang kumustahin nito ang babae. Hindi tinangka ni Alexa na tumingin dito dahil baka mahalataan nito ang selos na agad na sumakay sa kanyang dibdib. Knowing it was irrational but still was not able to control it. Pero pagkatapos na ilang sandali, kinorner siya nito sa may bintana. It was a business meeting. Kasama niya dapat ang boyfriend niya because I wanted to order gadgets for the employees for Christmas. But her boyfriend got tied up kaya kami na lang ang nag-dinner. It wasn't like a date. It's fine, nakangiting sabi niya. Suddenly happy, tumingin siya rito. Hindi mo kailangang magpaliwanag. Sumulyap ito sa likuran nito, saka nahihiyang umiti sa kanya. Tayo na ngayon, hindi ba? Nahihiyang bulong nito. Mahina siyang tumawa. Alexa, answer me or I'll kiss you right here. Banta nito. Yes, sagot niya agad. Hindi niya alam kung nakakahalata ng kanilang mga kasama pero hindi na siya nagtataka kung sakaling bistado na nga sila. Nung ang mga ito ang nasa hot seat, one look at them or just a moment of hearing their voices on the line and she knew. She laughed and she enjoyed those moments when they bumble like idiots because they were so much in love. Ngayon, siya ang nasa hot seat at gusto niya magtago. Natatakot na ipalasap ang mga ito sa kanya sa mga ginawa niya noon sa mga ito dahil sa matinding excitement. Nakahalata siya sa bistado na nga sila ni Rafael nang sa sumunod na oras ay dumating pang ibang sasakyan sa bahay. There was Trisha Garcia and Mariana at humabol pa si Natalie pero hindi kasama mga bata. Nag-umpukan ng mga ito sa salas na animoy na sa labas ng isang operating room at nagbibigay ng moral support. She was so embarrassed and she didn't know how to hide it. Naglabas na merienda si Aling Marie at Mang Larry sa pool area sa ministrasyon ni Natalie na umaktong hostess pagkadating nito. Hinila siya nito sa mga pagtatrabaho raw at magpaplano ng tahimik ang mga lalaki sa library. Pero naghahamba na naman leeg si Gracia sa pagtatanaw-tanaw sa bahay para makita si Rafael na hindi pa rin lumalabas ng library. What are you doing? Tanong niya rito, hindi na napipilang tumawa. Gusto mo kong makita ang lalaki magliligtas sa'yo sa pagiging matandang dalaga? Hindi pa ako matandang dalaga, sambit niya habang tumatawa si Trisha. Ang klaro ng sabi ko, magliligtas sa'yo, pero malapit na. Nahangising si Tong Tudyo. Sino nagsabi sa inyo? Tanong niya sa mga ito. Itinuro ni Mariana si Trisha. Nagkibit balikat naman si Natalie na ibig sabihin ay magaling nitong asawa. Nasa control room ako kaninang umaga. Nagdadala ng kape sa mga pagod na agents. Pagboboluntaryo naman ni Garcia. Nang malbulabog kami ng feedback ng Mike sa You didn't. Horrified na sambit niya. Nakangiwi si Garcia. Hinahanap kasi ni na bag si Mr. Gonzaga kaninang umaga. Parte ng surveillance niya. Alam mo na, sobrang tahimik sa kanyang room at nagpanik sila. Binuhay ang mga bag sa lahat ng parte ng kabahayan. Sa room na ginamit mo kami, nakakuha ng feedback at yun ang naririnig. Pinatay niya agad. Natatapak niya ang kanyang mga kamay sa kanyang mukha. Oh my God. Don't worry about it. Namutla siya habang nakatingin dito. It wasn't so bad, sympathetic na sabi nito. Parang ganito lang, sabi naman ni Mariana habang natatawang binababa ang cellphone nito sa ibabaw ng mesa. Narinig nila ang ungol nila ni Rafael doon. Horrified siya nakinig. You've turned it into a ringtone. Mariana, Saway naman ni Natalie rito. Tawang-tawa ang babae. I'm a reporter, okay? I couldn't help it. But don't worry, Chief warned everyone that if he ever catch anyone having this on their phones, they'd be suspended for a month. Walang meron ito kundi ako. Bug erased it entirely from the system and he only let me record it so you'll hear. Then delete it. She growled. You do it, girl. Para sigurado ka. Mas malakas ngayon ang tawa nito. Nagmamadaling binura niya ang sound clip mula sa cellphone nito. Sa kanya binalik iyon sa ibabaw ng mesa. Pakiramdam niya ay babagsak ang buong langit sa kanya dahil sa pagkapahiya. At dito na po nagtatapos ang ating kwento. Sabay-sabay po nating abangan ang susunod na kabanata. Maraming salamat po. God bless and stay safe.